Kenny is in need of a second date update, and we're going to try to help him out. Hi, Kenny. How are you?
How's it going? Thanks for taking my call.
Happy to. So where did you meet Julia?
Well, I met her on the apps. I met her on Tinder.
Okay.
I kind of was getting ready to swear off them, but she seemed really cool. We wound up meeting for drinks. It was originally just planned to be this quick date, and it kind of turned into an all-nighter.
Oh, I love it when that happens.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And man, she was so fun. We got a little drunk, really hit it off, and grabbed dinner, and then we went back to her place.
Wow.
Which was
in the plan or not in the plan from the beginning?
It was not in the plan. I mean,
Okay.
It was a date and a meet was the original plan, and it turned into, like I said, a all-nighter.
Okay.
And it got a little crazy, but in a great way. And we both talked about how we weren't, looking for anything super serious, but we were open to it if it felt right. That's hopefully what you're on the dating apps for.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I thought it felt pretty good. I thought we'd get together again, but she hasn't been returning my calls or texts. It's kind of confused me because when I left her place, it was all good. We had a good time. She seemed happy, smiling, laughing, and when I kissed her, she kissed me back. I don't know. It just feels really weird. I'm hoping she's okay and nothing bad happened to her or anything.
Yeah. How long ago was this? When you last saw her?
I want to say this was a week, coming up on 2 weeks ago now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I just can't believe I haven't heard anything from her. I could understand, you get busy at work or busy with life, but
Right.
I feel like within this amount of time, you'd get back to somebody.
First meetup was just supposed to be drinks. If it leads to something, that's fine too. And that's exactly what happened. Drinks led to dinner, which led to a meetup at her place. Was it her place or your place?
It was her place.
And it was a long night, he said, in a good way.
It was a great long night.
Great
All right.
long night. And things were good when he left. She was smiling, laughing, joking. Everything seemed all good. He's reached out. He's hoping to get together again with her, but there's been no response. And that was, a week ago.
Yeah, at least a week. Maybe, like I said, coming up on 2 at this point.
Oh, okay. So we're going to call her up. Is there anything else you think we need to know before we talk to her?
Nothing that can stand out. Like I said, the date went great. I'm just not sure why I haven't been able to get a hold of her or she hasn't gotten back to me.
All right. Let's see what she says.
All right.
Hello.
Hi, is this Julia?
Yes, this is she.
Julia, it's Jeff, Jen, Fritch, and Tim at Q102. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well, thanks. How about you guys?
Good, she says with hesitation.
Good.
Yeah.
You got a few minutes? We'd like to talk about your friend Kenny. He says you haven't returned any of his messages, and I was wondering maybe you're just one of those people who's not good at getting back to people.
Not when I don't want to. So, there's a reason for that.
Oh, boy. I feel that way, too. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, you play a good game of poker because he said when he left your place, you seemed to be in good spirits, laughing, joking.
Mm-hmm.
Left him with the impression you'd be open to seeing him again. How did he get that wrong?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I think I've been told I have a good poker face, and I just had a lot of processing to do, if you want to know the truth. Because after the last date, I decided to go on a bit of a break, which is why, I didn't respond to any of his texts, and I was just having to think about a lot of things, and I don't really think this is the time that I should be dating right now.
Was it something that Kenny said or did that precipitated this?
Yes, it did get prompted from the last date with Kenny, and I just really felt introspectively, maybe I'm making just one bad choice after another and questioning my judgment at this point. I just, maybe should hold off on the Tinder app or apps in general, or I'm just taking a break. Just overall.
You've been having a bad run, or?
I know a lot of women that are they're doing a boy sober summer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I question my capabilities of choosing the right partner after the last date.
Yeah, you mentioned that it was related to your date with Kenny. I'm just curious what happened. Can you take us from the beginning?
I did think our date was going well in the beginning. We went out for drinks and we were hitting it off, talking a lot, went back to my place. I felt comfortable enough to allow him to come to my place and things were really going well and things even got a little crazy and just a lot of fun things happened. And after that, we were just laying there and he asked me if I've ever considered polyamory.
No.
Oh.
Wow.
By the way. Yeah. So I was completely stunned. And in my shock state, I just automatically replied very calmly, like, no, while I'm trying to process everything. And so I guess he took that to mean that I totally didn't oppose to what he asked. And then he just went on explaining all the benefits, like sharing household chores and lots of sex and variety and just, slathered it on about how great it was. And I was in complete shock. I just was laying there and I listened to him going on and on about this. And he told me to just seriously consider it. And this wasn't a joke. It seems to be a lifestyle. And then he just let it go. Like he didn't mention it. Just very cavalier. And so, I'm in my head like, really? Seriously? Did he just ask this and elaborate on it? And then he just let it go. So, yeah, no for me. No dating right now. My picker seems to be off.
Well, it's probably best that he brought it up when he did because now you know.
Now you know.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to finding out later. How do you feel about polyamory? I feel great, but it's not for me.
Sure.
I feel great for other people.
Yeah.
Well, let's bring Kenny into the conversation because we got him on the other line. Kenny, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I guess polyamory is not for everyone.
Yeah, I wish you would have just said something. I really got the impression that the conversation went well. You listened to talk about it. You didn't have any objections when I was talking about it, so I kind of kept talking. I kind of feel like an idiot.
No, it sounds like she was taking it all in, just hearing you out.
I guess. I didn't realize. I don't know. I didn't really think it was like that big of a deal. I know a lot of people do polyamory, and it seems pretty great. I don't mean to sound like a spokesperson for it, but
is it something that you do or have done?
I've tried it. It didn't work out, but I think that was more about the partners than polyamory itself.
Right.
I don't know. It's the 21st century, right? Like, I'm open to trying things.
So you weren't necessarily proposing it. You were just tossing the idea out there.
Yeah. It's no big deal. It wasn't even an invitation necessarily. Like, I was just seeing if she was into it.
Okay.
But you wouldn't have brought it up if you weren't considering that as a lifestyle for yourself.
Again, I've done some research and had some experience, and I think it's got its advantages. It's got its benefits.
Right.
Are you dating more than one person at the same time and hoping to, get a table for 4 or 5 next time?
Listen, the bills are easier when you're splitting them 4 or 5 ways.
It keeps coming down to the financials. That's funny.
Wow. Yeah.
All right. Well,
He's
it's
got a
not for
point.
everybody, I guess.
There are people that are in it, though.
It's
That's
not
for sure.
Julia.
They're in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, enjoy your break. Your what's it called?
Boy Sober Summer.
Boy Sober Summer. Time for a little introspection. Yeah.
That's usually when you meet somebody, too. And you're like, I swear I wasn't going to date anybody right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely the time because honestly, regardless of what he's saying, I don't think anyone brings up polyamory unless they're truly looking for it. And that just seems to be on his radar. So I'm questioning, why do I keep ending up with men who want weird shit or who lie or cheat or weird in some way, So yeah, I definitely am taking the summer break on men right now and collecting my thoughts.
Yep. What is it about you that's attracting that?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe y'all can help me out.
Yeah, appreciate you taking the call and having this conversation with us.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's very mature of
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
to take that step.
I think it needs to be out there so no one else gets shocked the way I did. You know, you're thinking just regular Tinder stuff on an app and you get hit with polyamory and all this other weird crap. So,
All right. Well, good for you for taking some time.
Good luck.
thanks.